Hi dear students, today I am going to discuss with you about the new lesson, unit number 4, the bird of happiness. The bird of happiness, this is the Tibetan folk tale written by Li Jide. He is the Chinese author, belongs to China, and he know very well about the folk tale, about the story about the Tibetan people. So he has written this story about the bird of happiness. So let me explain this. In ancient days, there was a very poor area in Tibet which had no rivers, good land, no warmth, fresh flowers, no trees, no green grass. In the ancient time, Lord, many years ago in Tibet, where in Tibet, many years ago in Tibet, there was very poor area. The area was very poor. How was? There was no rain, no green grass, no trees, no blossoms, no good weather also. Weather condition also very bad. So this kind of condition was in that place where in Tibet. The people who lived in that place were suffered from hunger and cold all year round and did not know what the happiness was like. The people who are living in that place, which in that place, Tibetan place, which the place was there is no rain, no water, no good water, no fresh air, no trees, no grass, no flowers. In that place, who are living, the people who are living, they were all year suffering from cold, all around the year. Every season they are suffering from cold and they are suffering from hunger. They are suffering from hunger. They haven't food, they haven't proper food to eat because there is no rain. If there is no rain, there is no water. If there is no water, how can they get the crops in the field? How can they work? There is no fresh water also for drinking. So that's why they are suffering from hungry and they are suffering from cold all around the year. The Tibetan people in that is particularly in that place, and even now, and they did not know what is the happiness, and those people don't know what is the happiness. Even they don't know meaning of the happiness also. How could they get happiness in this area? There is no air, good fresh. There is no fresh air. There is no fresh water. There is no good weather. There is no trees. There is no grass. There is no good food for them, and they are suffering from cold. So how can they get happiness? So they don't know about the happiness, and despite this, they still believed that happiness must exist somewhere in the world. In spite this, they still believe. But they are believing even today, even now also, in the poem, in the lesson, according to the author, they are believing in that time the happiness must be existed somewhere in the world. They believed the happiness must be existed somewhere in the world, somewhere around us. Happiness here not, where we are living here is maybe not happiness, but happiness must be existence around us. They believed that. That was their belief. So what is the belief of them? The old folk used to say that happiness was a beautiful bird living on a snowy mountain far and far away in the east. And they believed that their old folk, according to their folk, according to their story, according to their ancestors, according to their people, they believed that the happiness must be existence with a bird. The happiness must be existence with a bird. The bird is very far and far and far away on the snowy cloud. The bird is living on snowy mountain far and far away in the east, in the towards the east direction, on the snowy mountain, the bird is existence on the snowy mountain at the east direction, the happiness must be existence with the bird. They believed this. Their beliefs. Because they are human being. Every human being have their own beliefs. We also have beliefs. Like that, they also have belief. Their belief is the happiness must be existence on the snowy mountain which the bird is living on that mountain on the east direction. The happiness must be existence with the bird. So wherever the bird flew, happiness went with it. They believed it. Wherever bird flew, the bird wherever go, happiness must be go with it. If the bird go to west, the happiness go to the west direction. If the bird go to north direction, happiness go with it. The bird go to the east, happiness go with it. If the bird go with towards the south direction, happiness must go with it. So their belief it. Wherever bird go, happiness must be go with it. So we are human being. Everybody has a belief. We are also have some belief. Let me give an example. One day, I was going to school by my bike. What happened suddenly? A cat went towards the wrong side, left side. A cat went across the road at my wrong side. Suddenly I stopped the bike. I thought someone told me, many people told me that anything, animal or anything, any animal or anything go at the wrong side, at the left side, we must stop. Let go other person on that way. When other person pass that way, then we go. Who pass that way first time, that apply him. Who pass that way first time, who pass that place which the bird went, which the animal went that side towards the left side, who pass that line, that anything, that may be good or bad, to apply him only. So many people used to tell this. I remembered it and I stopped my vehicle and I stopped and I was watching someone went to that way. I wanted to go after them. I wanted to go behind them. I let go other person. But another person came behind me. He also stopped bike and stood on that place. Another person came. He also stopped. Another 4 or 5 members came by the bike. Everyone stopped and no one wanted to go on that way. I waited and waited. After 5 minutes, when government bus came, when government bus went, we went behind bus. This is happened. This is our belief. The belief is whether good or bad. The belief is blind belief or we don't know what. We also have some kind of beliefs. Like that, how we have beliefs? Like that, the Tibetan people also has a belief. The belief was that happiness must be existence with the bird. The bird is living on a snowy mountain at the east direction. Bird wherever flew away, happiness must go with it. This is their belief. Whose belief? Tibetan people believe. Bird flew, happiness went with it. Every year people went to look for this bird, but not one of them did ever return. Every year, number of people used to go to see the bird of happiness. Because they wanted happiness, that's why they wanted to see the bird. They wanted to bring the bird to their place. They make their place to happiness. That's why number of people used to go there to see the bird of happiness. But no one was never returned. No one didn't return. Who went to see the bird of happiness? They went away, but no one was returned. No one didn't return, never returned. It means, whoever went to see the bird of happiness, everyone died in that place. They didn't return. They missed, they died. This is. The bird of happiness was said to be guarded by three old monsters who could kill the man by simply blowing through their long beards. Here is the sentence. Why the people didn't return? Answer is here. The answer is the bird of happiness which is there, the old, the monsters, very extreme monsters, very danger monsters, old monsters, three old monsters are guarding the happiness of the bird. They are guarding the happiness of the bird. Whoever go to see the bird of happiness, those monsters kill those people, only blowing their long beards. When the people go to see the bird of happiness, those monsters blow their long beards with furiously, the people will be die. So the old monster used to kill the people by blowing their long beards. So whoever people went to see the bird of happiness, everyone died from the monsters. Everyone died from the monsters. Once an extremely bright boy called Wang Jia was sent to find the bird of happiness. Once upon a time, what happened? Once extremely bright boy Wang Jia was sent to find the bird of happiness. One of the young and energetic boy, bright boy, very young boy, energetic boy, bright boy, and he wanted to go to see the bird of happiness. He made his mind to go to see the bird of happiness. He wanted to bring back happiness to his village, his place. That's why he wanted to see the bird of happiness. He made his mind. He decided he wanted to see the bird of happiness. On his departure, the girl of village offered him barley wine, and the mothers, in accordance with the Tibetan custom, spread barley grains on his head, wish him a good journey. This is the custom. This is their custom. Whose custom? Tibetan custom. What is the custom? When the boy wanted to go to see the bird of happiness, at the time of his departure, girl of that village poured the barley wine on his head, and mother of that village, this is according to this Tibetan custom. So mother of that village spread barley grains on his head. They spread barley grains on his head. They sent him with good wish. They wished him, wish you happy journey, best of luck, good luck. You may bring back happiness. You may bring back bird with happiness to my village. They blessed him. They wished him. They good wished him to wish you happy journey by spreading barley grains on his head. This is their custom. So they they wished him for good journey to see the bird of happiness. Wang Jia. This is the boy. The boy name is Wang Jia. He wanted to go to see the bird of happiness. He made his mind, he decided very strongly, he wanted to see the bird of happiness. Wang Jia walked eastwards for many days until he saw ahead of him a large mountain. Wang Jia started his journey, he departed. He started his journey and he walked for many days. Who walked for many days? Wang Jia. Why was he going to that eastwards? He wanted to see the bird of happiness. He went for many days to east direction. Why? Their belief is the bird of happiness is on the snow mountain east direction. That's why he went to east direction, until he saw ahead of him a large mountain. After many days, he found a large mountain, a huge mountain, big mountain. He saw, who saw? Wang Jia saw, covered with snow that shone like silver. That mountain was covered with snow. Snowfall on that mountain everywhere. The mountain was shining like silver. Wangjia met the first mountain after long days, the big and huge mountain, the snow-clad mountain that was shining like silver. Just at that moment, an old monster with a black beard appeared in his path. Just that time, when he wanted to go near the mountain, on his path, whose path? Wangjia's path, there was first monster was stand on his path. The first monster, an old monster with black beard. That monster has black beard, black color beard. The monster has, and that monster stood on his way. He met the first monster with his black beard. Monster stood on his way, on his path. Path means small way on his path. Who goes there? The black beard old monster cried, shouted loudly, who goes there? The old monster asked, who master? Wangxia. He cried like crow. Who cried like crow? The old monster with a black beard monster. The black beard monster shouted like crow. Who is going there? Who is there? Who goes there? The monster shouted. How dare you come here? What are you after? How dare you come here? How much daring you have to come here to this place? This is a very dangerous place. Don't you know? How dare you come here? And what are you after? What are you going to do? Why did you come here? The monster asked Wang Xia. Wang Xia replied, my name is Wang Xia and I have come to look for the bird of happiness. Wang Xia replied with very calmly, my name is Wang Xia and I came to see the bird of happiness. He answered. He expressed his intention, why he came and why he is going. He told to monster, my name is Wang Jia. I came to see the bird of happiness. Wang Jia replied. So monster what to do after? Monster laughed. Ha ha ha. Who laughed? Monster laughed. Laughed the old monster. How could a little child like you no longer than egg? See, the monster said to Wang Jia, how could a little child do? You are a very little child, looking like a small egg. You are not a size of egg also. How dare you come to this place? Wang Jia, monster asked Wang Jia. How dare to set for foot here? How dare you come here? If you want to find the bird of happiness, first you must kill Lo Sheng's mother. Otherwise, you will be punished. The black beard first monster told to Wang Jia, if you want to see the bird of happiness, you must kill Lo Sheng's mother. If you kill Lo Sheng's mother, I will allow to go to see the bird of happiness. Otherwise, I will punish you. The bird of happiness told. Otherwise, you will be punished. The old monster told to Wang Jia, sorry, the bird of happiness not. The old monster told to Wang Jia, if you kill Lo Sheng's mother, I will allow to go through this way. Otherwise, I will punish you. I don't need to do anything myself in order to kill funny little thing like you. Wang Jia replied, I do not kill anyone like you. You are a monster. You are a cruel person. You can kill whoever want you. But I am not. I can't kill. I am a small boy. I came to see the bird of happiness. You can do whatever, but I cannot kill anyone. I shall just make you walk 900 miles across the sky and you will be done for. Then the Old monster replied, I shall just make you walk 900 miles. This is the punishment of the old monster to Wang Xia. I shall just I make you this smooth way. I make you this smooth way, 100 miles way to scree. You will be done for. You know everything. You can find the result. You know consequence what happened. I can make you 900 miles across the scree. Scree means the road become very rough. The way become very rough. Every stones on the way become sharp like knife. Every stones on the way become like sharp like pin. The old monster told that punishment. If you not do my work, I will make 900 miles across the scree. 900 miles, the whole way become like a knife. Every stone on the way become like sharp like knife. You can get the consequence, you can get the result. After we can, the old monster told to Wang Jia. Wang Jia replied that time. Wang Jia replied, I love my own mother. I love my own mother and I shall never kill another person's mother. Wang Jia replied very strongly, I love my own mother and I shall never kill another's mother. You do whatever you want, Wang Jia replied to old monster. Do as please you. Do as please you. You do what you wanted to do. What kind of punishment you wanted to give me, you can give. But I don't kill anyone. The Wang Jia replied. The old monster flew into a rage. He immediately began to blow through his beard. The old monster flew with rage. He immediately began to blow through his beard. When old monster heard this sentence from Wang Jia, old monster got very furious on Wang Jia and he wanted to give punishment to Wang Jia. He took his long long black beard. He blew very strongly through the beard. He blows very strongly through the beard. And in the twinkling of an eye, the smooth road become vast scree. The smooth road, very smooth road, very good way. The smooth road become vast scree. Scree means every stones looking like a sharp knife. The road is looking like a sharp knife. Wherever Wang Jia step, his foot is pain. Like that, the way is looking like. The old monster blow with his black beard and he made like this. Every stone on it was as sharp as knife. Every stone on the way, every stone on the road, every stone on the road is looking like as sharp as knife. So he can't go on that way. Human being can't go on that way, can't step on that way. Like that, the old monster changed the road by blowing with his long black beard. After the first 100 miles, Wang Jia didn't go back and he moved forward. Wang Jia move ahead, move forward, whatever happened, he told. And after the first 100 miles, he completed his first 100 miles by walking on the way, the punished way. After first 100 miles, the sole of Wang Jia's boots were ripped apart and the stones. First 100 miles after, Wang Jia's foot became very faint. The stones make him very faint. The stone pressed to his feet. The feet become very faint. After second 100 miles, his feet were cut into pieces After second 100 miles, the wounds happened to his feet. Wounds happened to his feet. Blood coming from his feet. That was very suffering. That was very pain. Very pain. And after third 100 miles, his hands were torn to shreds. After third 100 miles, his hands were shreds. Means his hands also become bruised, pained, and wounded. They also become pained. Paragraph number 10. This is the tough going. Wang Jia told himself. Wang Jia thought himself. This is the tough going like this very hard. He was thinking himself. He thought to himself, will I ever make it? He thought himself, it is very tough going. Will I ever make it? Can I do it? Can I move forward? Can I reach my peak? Can I reach my target? Can I go to see the bird of happiness? He thought himself. First time doubt come on himself. This is the first time he was doubting on himself. Can I go? Can I reach the bird? He was asking question to himself. Who asking question? Wang Ji asking question to himself in his mind. Can I reach my target? Then he thought himself, had I better to turn back now? It's better to turn back. Can I go back or move forward? He was thought himself for some time, some while. No, never. He could not bring himself to turn back. And again he thought himself, no, never. Whatever happen, I do not step back. Whatever happen, if I die, I can die here. But I wanted to move forward. I wanted to reach my target. I wanted to bring the bird of happiness to my village. I wanted to bring the happiness to my place. He thought himself. He knew that the people at the home were waiting for him to bring back with the happiness. He think about himself. He think about himself that his people, his relatives, his belongings, his neighbors, everyone were waiting for him. He can bring the bird with the happiness. Everyone waiting for him with eagerly. They are waiting for him for with the eagerly. Wang Jia would come with a bird of happiness. So he thought himself, and my people are waiting for me to bring happiness with the back to my village. So I do not go without happiness. He thought himself and he set him to forward. He start going to ahead, move forward. Wang Jia lay on the ground and began to crawl forward. Wang Jia can't go by feet because it was bruised, pained, won't happen. So he started crawling. Crawling means he was crawling, helping of hands and legs. He was crawling like baby. He started crawling. His clothes were torn. Clothes which was wore clothes were torn to pieces. Knees and shoulders were bruised. His knees and shoulders bruised, pained, shreds, wounds happen everywhere on his body. Finally, he reached the end of the journey and there he found another old monster. Finally, he reached the end of the journey. Which end of the journey? 900 miles. He completed 900 miles, which the first monster gave punishment him to 900 miles go across the sky. That journey is finished. And he saw forward. He saw his forward towards the east. He saw in front of him. He saw opposite him. Another old monster is waiting for him. There another old monster. Second old monster is waiting for him. I was told you before. The three old monster is guarding the bird of happiness. So he passed the first monster and he came to meet the second monster. Second monster is waiting for him. With the brown beard and voice like whistling wind. See, this monster has brown color beard. First monster has black color beard. shouting like uh, crying like crow. This monster has brown color beard, and this monster whistling like wind. This sound is whistling like wind, waiting for him. This brown color, uh, long beard monster is waiting for Wang Jia. This is the second uh, monster. If you want to see the bird of happiness, howl the one monster. You must poison old Japa Shillong first. The second monster shout at the Wang Jia. If you want to see the bird of happiness, you must poison to Japa Shillong first. If you poison him, if you kill him, I can allow to go you. I can allow to go to see the bird of happiness. The old monster told, second old monster, if you want to eat, I shall starve you to death. Old monster warned, if you poison to the old Shillong first, old Jaffa Shillong first, I can allow to go to see the bird of happiness. Otherwise, if you not do it, if you not follow my order, if you not follow my order, I will make to death by stray. I will make you, I shall stray you to death. Stray means without eating die, fasting die, without eating means the bird of the old monster told, I not allowed to eat anything means there is no point to eat anything to you. You will die by fasting. You will die by striving, the bird of happiness told. Looking him defiantly in the face, Wang Jia replied, You shout, you can shout for all you are worth, but I am fond of my own grandfather and I shall never kill another man's grandfather. Wang Jia replied, You can shout your worth, how much you have worth, how much you have strength, you can shout. But I am loving my own grandfather. I cannot kill another man's grandfather. Wang Jia replied, You can do whatever. I cannot kill another person's grandfather. How am I loving my grandfather? I am loving other person's grandfather also. So I never kill. Wang Jia replied to old monster. In a fury, the old monster blew through his long beard. The Wang Jia spread back flew into the sky. In the fury, the old monster with furiously, he blew with his brown colored long beard. First blow, his bread bag, his bread bag. He brought a bag, and the food was stored in that bag. When he was hungry, he used to open the bag and he eat, and he wanted to move forward. But when the monster blew with fury, his bread bag flew away, went away, flew. His bag flew into the sky. It went to the sky. Before his eyes, the blue mountains and green rivers were turned into boundless desert with not scrap of food to be found. Before him, in front of him, there was blue mountain, green grass, everywhere trees, everywhere good water. When the monster blew with through his brown long beard, all that disappeared. Suddenly all that disappeared. Trees disappeared, water disappeared, green grass disappeared, everything disappeared. That changed into boundless desert. Boundless desert means endless desert. You know very well about the desert. There is no point in the desert. There is no good, there is no water, there is no trees, there is no grass, there is everywhere sand. So this place also looking like boundless desert. If you wanted to drink the water, there is no water. If you wanted to eat something, there is no. If you wanted to eat fruits and something, there is no. There is no even a single tree also. How can he eat? So the old monster, second old monster, made change this thing. Second old monster punished him like this. To that second old monster wanted to die him, kill him by starving without eating any food. Wang Jie set off again. Wang Jie set off again means he moved forward himself on his way. After the first 100 miles, his stomach began rumbling with hunger. After first 100 miles, he went first 100 miles. His stomach was paining with hunger. He was become very hungry. There is no food. His food bag flew away into the sky. There is no food for eating him. So he became very hungry. After the second 100 miles, he was so hungry that his head swam and he began to see stars. After second 100 miles, he extremely hungry. He suffering from extremely hungry. He feeling extreme hungry. Everything is looking like rounding him, and he was looking like unconscious, and he started looking like at the sky, extreme hungry. He started looking like at the sky. He become very weak. He wanted food at this time, but there is no. He was looking at the sky. After third 100 miles, he was so hungry that there was a sharp in his cuts, as if they were being cut by knife. After third 100 miles, with extreme hungry, his back, his stomach, everywhere paining start. How the pain is? The pain is like how that was the pain is like being cut by knife. There was being cut by knife. The pain is like when the knife is cutting the body, like that pain happened to his body. That was very terrible pain in his body because of hungry, due to hungry, so much hungry, extreme hungry. Anyone who has ever stayed know what he suffered. Everyone. This sentence is for us who are learning, who are discussing this story, who are discussing about this lesson. This sentence is for anyone suffered like this stave, anyone suffered like this very terrible hungry in your life. You know about it. You know the feeling of the Wang Jia. You know very well about it. Wang Jia went to a river, drank plenty of cold water, and continued on his way. And there was a river. The water was very cold. So he was very hungry. He wanted to drink the water. He was thirsty. He was feeling thirsty. He went to a river. He went at the river, and he drank plenty of cold water. And he started continue walking towards the east way. By the time he reached his journey's end, he was nothing but skin and bone. By the end of his journey, which journey? Second monster punishment journey. Second monster's way is finished. The end of this journey, he was looking like very weak. He was nothing but skin and bone. He was looking like skeleton of human body. He was looking like skeleton of human body. There is nothing within him, only skin and bone. Everything is dried out because of due to hungry, due to stray. He didn't eat anything. He drank water only. That's why he become very weak. He looking like very thin, extreme weak, extreme thin, and he was nothing but skin and bone. He was looking like skeleton of human body. At the end of second monster punishment. So this is the story, and para number 15 has finished up to 16 to 30 paragraph. We will see next